how do you find a good real estate mentor or coach? There are a lot of coaches out there all over the place. It can be really confusing to know which ones to actually pick. They're going to be best for you, fit your personality, and fit your specific goals. Today, I'm going to go over what are the attributes that come with a good mentor or coach in the first place, some of the scams to look out for when you're picking a mentor so that you know that you get what you actually paid for, and then the keys to being successful when you do hire a coach or mentor, because you need to see a massive return on investment for paying money to actually have a good mentor and coach there in the first place. Okay, you don't want to be breaking even or not making money on your money. My name is Mathew Owens. I'm a California licensed CPA, a full-time real estate investor, and I've flipped over 1,000 houses. I have over 35 million lent out to flippers in different markets around the country. We do a lot of value add multifamilies and different syndication investments, both actively and passively. And we also help run a nonprofit that teaches financial education and real estate education. And I run this YouTube channel and also my podcast to be able to teach you guys different strategies to be able to invest in real estate and create financial freedom in your life, and tips and tricks on real estate investing. So let's talk about what are some of those attributes, those positive attributes that you need to be looking for when you are hiring a real estate mentor or coach in the first place. So the first thing, are they active operators? Are they doing this every day? Are they living and breathing real estate? Or did they stop doing it 10 years ago and now they're coaching old strategies that may not work anymore or may not actually be real life, things that you can implement based on new technology, new strategies, and new efficiencies to help you make more money. So if they're not active and doing this consistently, it's very difficult for them to know all the new things that have come out and all the more efficient ways of making money, which is what your competition knows up front. So knowing those things and knowing if they're active or passive, of course, is important. And are they, living and breathing real estate in the first place? And how long have they been doing this? Have they been doing it for 5 years or a couple of years and now they think they're experts? Or are they been doing it for 10 or 15 plus years? I can tell you that even 5, 6, 7, 8 plus years in, I was still finding extra costs that would come up on projects. I've been doing this for over 15 years now, and after flipping over 1,000 houses, you learn every cost that goes into a project the hard way. Okay. So, knowing these things up front and knowing how long these mentors are actually doing business and doing active operations is key for that technical know-how from the operations standpoint. Okay. So now also, does that mentor understand different facets of the business, right? And different asset classes? Are they just teaching you wholesaling or just teaching you fix and flipping? So those are two great strategies to utilize, both very much grinds and something that you may not have an interest in wholesaling or fix and flipping different deals. They might be active operators, but that may be all they're doing is single family homes. What about promissory note investing that can provide you additional cash flow streams, or multifamily deals where you can incorporate a much bigger, more professional team that can actually come in and step in and actually do a lot of the workload for you? And maybe you're raising capital and doing some operations work, or you're just going through and doing back office underwriting, and that's your skill set. So there's a lot of ways of making money in real estate in all of these different facets. What about short-term rentals? What about commercial deals and self-storage and mobile home parks and all the different asset classes out there that may interest you? You don't have to be a wholesaler or a flipper to be involved in real estate. Yes, doing one flip to understand the inner workings of that is great, but it may not necessarily teach you how to underwrite and do a multifamily deal over here, right? And that might just feel scarier, but if you have the right team members, you don't have to do everything. So having that right mentor that understands multiple asset classes can be very, very key to your success. And then, do they understand all aspects of running a business, right? So there's one thing to be a fix and flipper or a buy and hold investor, but if they don't understand the tax and legal structures, if they don't understand operations in detail on the other asset classes, or how to document your processes and procedures and your quality control. If they don't understand your marketing and sales strategies, your human resources, your accounting side of things, if they don't have that all buttoned up and know the important things about each aspect of that to be successful, then they may not be a good mentor in the first place. They might teach you technically how to actually do a fix and flip or a buy and hold or get deals under contract, but if they don't teach you the other aspects, the financial education, the business tracking and education there, and the financial side of the business piece, and all of the other aspects that go into it on the quality control and sales and marketing and all that, you're going to be dead in the water before you start. So you need to know those things. You have to have that base level knowledge before you start going out and trying to run a business, which is what fixing and flipping or wholesaling or investing in real estate is. You are a business owner. You are not necessarily just a real estate investor in your eyes, right? You may be active in a lot of ways. Okay. So understanding all the aspects of running a business is very, very important. And then, are they setting you up to take action in the first place? If you don't take any action, you'll never get anywhere. Are they giving you homework? Are they giving you step-by-step procedures to say, hey, I want you to go make 100 offers a month. Here are the exact things that you're going to do on a daily basis. You're going to spend an hour or 2 hours a day just making offers every single day for 30 days. Here's what you do. Here's how you communicate. Here's how you get the leads in to make the offers. If they can show you those things and then give you homework on what to do, then they are setting you up for being able to take action. If you don't take the action, it's not their bad, that's your bad, right? So you got to be able to take that action. And a lot of people don't take action in the first place. It's really important. You're not going to get anywhere unless you take those baby steps forward. And of course, it might feel like this giant uphill battle, but it's to get to the point where you really want to be, or a lot of learning. Take baby steps every day. Learn something else every day. Take an extra hour, an extra 2 hours, and move your goals forward, and sit down, think about those things, and say, what is my next steps to success? And your mentor and coach should be able to help you to outline some of those specifics, action items that you can take in detail. Okay. So next, what are the resources that they can share? So of course, capital sources, lending sources, deal flow sources, marketing teams, CPAs and attorneys, financial planners, management companies, contractors. All these team members take forever to develop, and they can move you from this starting point all the way over to this super experienced point if you have the right team members surrounding real estate in the first place, right? So you want to be able to go through and make sure, hey, do they have resources they can share and add value in all of these different ways as well? Okay. So now, what are the scams that you should be looking out for when you're picking a mentor in the first place? Okay. So the first thing is, watch out for that upsell. They might sell you something for one package and then later on upsell you on the next package. Now, that's very common. We see different levels of actual value. You know, someone might say, hey, we're this bigger course up here is X amount of retreats, personal attention, live everyday coaching, while this one is a course with some Q&A and things like that. So understanding, hey, what you're actually getting in the first place, and making sure that it's fair for the cost that you're paying, and if you think you're getting the value out of it, and for what you need to be successful at this, right? If you feel like you need that higher level course or upsell, then fine, great. Expect that then instead. Don't expect X over here, and just making sure you're on the right page. Absolutely key. Okay. So, and if they're not successful operators, then are they teaching you things that actually work in the first place, right? So are they active, successful at what they're doing right now? If so, great. And that's a very good indication in the first place of what they're actually teaching works. There's a lot of teachers out there that don't know what they're doing. They're teaching old mythologies, old technologies, and things like that. And you want to be careful of those things to make sure they're actually working in the first place. Okay. So you want to be very careful to be cognizant of the cost versus value of the cost that you're paying for the course versus the value you're getting in the first place. Okay, make sure that's very, very clear across the board. So Do they have access to questions and personal attention from that mentor, can be very key as well. So knowing, hey, what do I get to talk to that mentor every single week? Do I get to talk to them once a month? Am I talking to their team instead of them directly, which might be valuable as well, of course, because they're not going to put people in place that are not experienced at what they're doing, hopefully. But knowing what to expect with regard to communication, how, to be able to answer questions and go back and forth on questions you have if you're trying to do different deals or getting stuck. Okay. So now the key to being successful when you're hiring a coach in the first place is that taking action. You have to be able to document step-by-step processes and action items that you're going to take on a daily basis to be successful, and then actually take those action items. Do what you say you're going to do. Keep those promises to yourself as far as what you actually are going to do, like you said you were going to do in your head, or like you promised you would do. Move that forward. Like I said, the mentor can't do anything about it if you don't actually take action. They will actually be frustrated too, because most of the time they want you to be successful across the board, and making sure that along the way you are able to develop those resources. So you might get all the education, take action, but if you don't have your resources developed, you don't have your capital sources, your deal flow, your different marketing teams, your management companies, your contractors, your realtors, all your teams in place, then you might not be successful at investing in the first place anyways. And so you got to be able to develop those resources at the same time that you're taking action on your active operations, trying to buy deals or invest in different deals in different ways. Okay. So, and then of course, the number one thing, in my opinion, for being able to be successful at hiring a mentor and coach is learning that, hey, you are going to get knocked down. You are going to take that punch in the face. Learn how to step back up and be emotionally disconnected when you actually take that hit. Be able to wipe that away off your shoulder, to be able to really know, hey, I'm not going to worry about that hit. I'm going to make sure it never happens again, but I'm going to move forward and take action and keep my head up, because that opportunity is looking for you right then and there. Okay. So I hope this helped you understand a little bit more about how to pick a right mentor, what attributes to look for when you are picking a mentor or a real estate coach to work with. And hopefully this helps, and you guys can get all types of different content and tips and tricks on real estate at my YouTube channel or on our podcast. Feel free to reach out with any questions you guys may have. Do you want to learn how to create financial freedom in your life through real estate and take your investing business to the next level? If so, you can follow us in one of the following ways. First, you can take one of our free webinars on how to analyze property, how to raise capital for real estate, and how to market and find deals. Three of the key pillars to becoming a successful real estate investor. Number two, you can join us on our mailing list where you'll get tips and tricks on real estate investing directly to your inbox. And number three, you can take our 6-month real estate course that teaches you every aspect of real estate investing you can think of, and more importantly, create financial freedom in your life through real estate investing strategies that I teach. If you want a master's in real estate in 6 months, this course is for you. We're going to go over how to raise money, promissory notes, syndications, fixing and flipping, buy and hold investing, tax and legal structures, self-directed retirement accounts, financial education, how to run a business, how to market and find your deals, and most importantly, how to create that financial freedom in your life so that you can stop trading your time for money and create passive real estate cash flow that you can live off of. If you're interested, go ahead and click on one of the links below, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the other side.